Friends, I told you, I warned you, I anticipated it on this channel before others were doing it. And of course, I want to claim this victory because I deserve it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about GTA 6. Because it was exactly 2 weeks ago when I told you that new GTA 6 info was going to arrive in May. And that's because Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Rockstar, has to publish his fiscal year-end financial report. And all of that right now, on the 15th of May. As I mentioned in the video we watched 2 weeks ago, that by May we were going to have fresh and new information about GTA 6. Said and done, we had it. The GTA 6 date that was announced 2 or 3 days ago, which was going straight to May 26th. And today we have the second trailer of GTA 6 freshly published and brand new. Saying, I told you so, may be unnecessary, but it makes me feel good.
I told him. I said it was going to happen.
Well, we have a new GTA 6 trailer just released. Trailer number 2, which, by the way, is a cinematic trailer.
Look.
Here is Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2. The video has been up for 3 hours and already has 16 million views. Who could, for God's sake? And of course, 2.7 million likes. There goes my like. Well, I've been watching the trailer. I watched it a few times and I found some interesting details and some little things. Those that Rockstar hides in their trailers. And while I was watching it, I said, why not watch it with the community? Why not watch it and react to the trailer? At the same time as we use ChatGPT, because ChatGPT has a very interesting function in which, yes, we take any image, for example, an image from my channel like this, and we ask it to analyze it. ChatGPT, is it capable of performing an analysis on the information it sees in the image and tell you all about that image? For example, it just analyzed the screenshot of my channel and just told me all the information about my channel and all that. Well, we can do exactly the same with the GTA 6 trailer. Let's see what we find. I've already found a couple of interesting situations where you can see some data, some figures, some patents, phone numbers, and stuff like that. What did I say? Maybe we'll come across a nice surprise. And by the way, in the meantime, we look at and analyze the new trailer, said in passing, before we start watching the trailer. I should mention that everything we're going to see next was run on a PlayStation 5. This also gives us some idea of how the title will look running on the new generation of consoles. The generation where GTA 6 will run. Press play.
Look at this, just this.
No, we have to stop now.
We have to stop at the first second. This looks spectacular, folks. I'm not sure if I'll leave the sound as is. I think I'll lower it a bit. This looks spectacular. I have to go back and pause on this scene they are presenting to us. Because the amount of elements we are seeing on screen, the amount of textures, the depth of field we are seeing is spectacular. I'm not sure if this is running in-game or if it's just a cinematic. But the quality level of the cinematic is spectacular. We are going to constantly see throughout the trailer a lot of complexity in terms of scene composition and the elements we see on screen.
I'm just fixing some leaks. Seriously, do you have any?
There we have the Vapid Vehicle brand, which is like a kind of parody of Ford, Chevrolet, those very American brands. You know that within GTA and within the lore of GTA, many brands and things like that are parodied. Well, here we have a brand appearing that doesn't actually exist, but within the lore of GTA, I like the shirt with palm trees. Just go get me my checks. See you, Brian. Love you, Jason. Woohoo, hoo 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 hoo. This is one of the first things that caught my attention when I saw the trailer for the first time a couple of hours ago. And check out what we're seeing. Beyond seeing a very buff and poorly shaved guy, and beyond the modeling of the subject, which is very good, what caught my attention the most about the whole scene is this. Check this out. We have the wall of this man's house made up of planks, all apparently identical and super generic because they are green boards and nothing more. Meanwhile, in any other video game or any other development studio like Ubisoft, for example, They would have taken a single board or 2 or 3 at most and repeated them side by side, copying and pasting to make just a wall of boards. Rockstar shows us an incredible variety of textures on the same element. We can also see this immediately before in this shot, where Rockstar shows us 3 wooden boards, one next to the other, which could be exactly the same, and they are not. I know this may sound like absolute nonsense, but believe me, this is where development studios save money, so to speak. Suddenly they only make 1 square meter of texture of wall, of floor, whatever, and then they repeat it and stick it next to each other. And that often causes the realism of some scenes or parts of cinematics and things like that to be lost a lot. In Resident Evil Village, for example, to give you an example of what I'm telling you, we are going to find the same 3 bottles of wine arranged in the same way all over the game all the time. And there are countless examples of video games where you find these patterns that constantly repeat. Do they do it to save resources or to avoid wasting time meticulously designing element by element? When you come across these details, when you suddenly find that in a cinematic in a second, when you pass through a wall just for passing, all the boards of that wall, which could well be the same board, are completely different. They all have their textures, their own reliefs, wear and tear, their own light and other things. Even their arrangement varies. Some are disorganized or placed in very specific ways. Well, when you come across this, you are already understanding that there is a much deeper work within the composition of the scene. Look not only at the tables but also here next to the door. They decided to put a bell, a button to ring in case someone doesn't answer or whatever. And they not only put a bell, but they also screwed it in, wired it with the 2 corresponding cables, and even put the little plate that holds the cables. All this work is unnecessary for practical purposes of a cinematic or presenting a video game. But that it's there and we're seeing it, it speaks to the attention to detail they put into this, including the details of the paint on the glass. But well, no, I don't want to waste too much time on a wall. We continue. Who is that woman, for God's sake? Okay, we can't see her, but she's like some kind of older lady, and if I'm not mistaken, she has a little dog in her hand. Well, from this scene, I don't think there's much we can analyze, right? We see Jason walking around what we assume is his neighborhood, and arriving at what we assume is his job or something. Or at least it was until the moment the trailer is happening, which, by the way, the trailer is happening at this very moment. That Jason is going to look for his wife, who is waiting. I don't want to get ahead of myself, as we already have things we can calmly do here. Let's start with this. I'm going to start with this cash register that's here, chat. I'm analyzing the new trailer for GTA 6 Support Me. With the analysis of this image, let's see what it tells us. Rockstar is including small and current details, like pay boxes, quick response and dual screens, reinforcing the contemporary tone of the video game. This type of box is commonly found in neighborhood stores or small supermarkets, hinting at the business in the scene. The level of detail suggests that this type of location may be robbable or interactive, like in GTA 5 and the heist at certain stores. Hit, goodbye money, wait. The trailer is getting away from me very quickly. Here we have more information. I want to see what happens with this number. The image shows a handwritten phone number on a cash register, purportedly from GTA 6. The code is real from the state of Florida, reinforcing the concept that the game takes place in Florida. In fact, the fake name for Florida is Leonida. It reinforces the setting in Vice City, which is the fictional version of Miami in GTA. And as is common in movies and video games, the number 555 is fake, like in The Simpsons. ChatGPT doesn't find anything else. But it was worth looking up that number. I don't know if you can see it back here. There's a guy lying on the floor. There seems to be some kind of pipe, and there's a 420 here, so it's quite a stoner scene. Again, we have to stop here again. Well, it seems that this place was where this guy was working until it was time to stop working. Because indeed, as I was telling you, he is going to look for his wife.
But won't you let us the complete trailer? Let us see the complete trailer.
The complete trailer is on the Rockstar page. We are now observing something different. I can already predict ChatGPT's response to this. They all reference Vice City. Take a look. BCI Airport, Northport before Christ, that is Vice City and all that. But anyway, let's ask him. This is one of the most interesting shots from the GTA 6 trailer. Here you have a complete analysis of the highway signs that appear. Left sign exit to BCI Airport, Vice City International Airport, that is the Vice City Airport. Middle sign destination Port BC, that is Vice City Port. And the right sign? Well, nothing very interesting. ChatGPT says that how the signs are arranged and how the numbers of these main highways are set. Probably these two regions, Puerto Vice City and downtown, are important regions within the video game. And also ChatGPT highlights. Well, with these names that we are having. And how contemporary the trailer looks, or more or less contemporary. Well, they would make us understand that we are in a somewhat updated version of Vice City, or near Vice City. Okay, games. It's the brand of the weights that are here. I think it's like a kind of parody A games to profits or something like that. Right? The term that bodybuilders and all that use, we have again an incredible amount of details. The same thing that was saying something on the boards we can see in the texture of the sand, which is completely random, so to speak. It does not repeat in a grid. And even the arrangement of the palm trees, which we also have variety in the palm trees, they don't all look the same.
Okay.
Let's pause again. Up here we can see Amici, he must be licking his balls. The garbage bag, until it gets here, is impeccably designed. It's amazing. But when you see these details of papers on the floor, the dirt, how is the scene set, how worn are the walls and so on? Does the trailer give the impression that significant work was put into it? Let's ask ChatGPT about the trailer here. Just in case it's not a real lottery or something like that. Excellent find. This image shows a lottery poster within the universe of GTA 6, possibly captured in a store or gas station in the game. It says that it's probably a parody or an equivalent to the Florida lottery, and that this poster is likely another Rockstar parody. We may have found something. This is awesome, folks. It's awesome. The realism of the scene shot, how the handheld camera is managed, as if there was really a cameraman next to our protagonist, is spectacular. No, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Well, this is as far as we go. Our protagonist is indeed going to look for who we assume is his partner or his girlfriend or whoever the hell Lucia is.
What's up? Name?
Jason Duvall, I've seen you here before.
Here, we witness the reunion and something that nearly escaped my notice. Let's see, let's go back. Well, we have a Jason's t-shirt that says "Let Freedom Begin." It has a smoking eagle with 2 machine guns. Very American, all of it. But ahead, there was a sign that I want to see. What does it say? There's a Leonida Marine Center. What could that be? I understand that Leonida is the name of the city, this fictional one, which is Florida. I don't know if you knew that ChatGPT did this, but now that you do, you can surely feed those conspiracy theories you have out there. This image shows a sign that says Leonida Marine Center. This fact is key. Leonida is the name of the fictional state. Rockstar confirmed that GTA 6 is set in the game's equivalent of Florida. It refers to a marine or aquatic center, likely an aquarium, museum, or conservation institution. It could be a tourist area or something like that in the place. I believe this Leonida Marine Center is indeed where Jason works. Or worked when he resigned. At the beginning of the trailer, because there were also some shirts hanging against the wall and other things. When this man leaves his job, and in fact now that he's here he comes, there he is. If we look at it, his shirt also says Leonida, and in the background there are other little shirts hanging. It's like maybe it's a tourist center. Here there are some stones. Like, he sells stones. It's like the guy is kind of a hippie. And probably, I mean, his partner, I mean, where he worked until he got fed up. And he said, I quit GTA style, hitting my boss. Happy reunion. I love the detail of the floor. I can't stop looking at the details. The quality in the composition of the image. The immense amount of simple elements that are there. Sometimes unnecessary. Let's see if the floor texture is this one or another. The trailer is going to remain the same. But once again, I think that speaks to the detail, to the attention to detail they are putting in. Rockstar Games presents The Delicious. There is a good one.
Physics of buttocks, sorry. But I need to see that again. We
Happen to be at the same
Time.
Yes, there is good butt physics. There is good butt physics.
Okay, what do we have there? Let's chat. Generative pre-training it too. I think I can read it. It's a bank logo. But I'm going to put it in chat. Generative pre-training. Let's see what it tells me. The physics of buttocks. Excellent. This image is also from the GTA 6 trailer. And we have a lot of information. Well, I don't know if we have a lot of information in the chat. This suggests that the bank is being automatically blocked for a heist. That's true, because we are robbing the Sin Frontera National Bank, a financial institution within the universe of GTA 6. And it could possibly be an allusion to the multiculturalism of the Florida region. Leonida Bueno, nothing noteworthy, but I wanted to chat about that image to see what would come out. Well, delicious. That's a Modelo beer. Don't mess with me. It's a Modelo beer. The bottle is the same. It's the same. The chat doesn't say Modelo, but we know how brands are represented in GTA games. We've already talked about it. Let's go look for it. This image from GTA 6 shows two characters, Lucia and her companion, toasting with beers in a sunset scene. The bottle says Dayo in big letters, with the word beer right underneath. Beer is written in Spanish on a transparent white label. I'm going to ask, does it look like Modelo beer? Well, no, I didn't ask him. I affirmed it. Yes, it totally looks like Modelo beer. Look, in fact, it's exactly like the Modelo Especial. Even, I believe the typography also looks similar. Well, a little bit. I think it's clearly a Modelo beer, which is marketed in Mexico. Mainly because I think it's a Mexican brand and it's also marketed in the United States.
Beautiful.
Wait a minute. Where is that phone from? There's Brian's boat work and Marina. Let's see. We might end the video without finding any important detail, but I think what we're doing is quite fun. At least I'm having fun. The phone number is likely from Florida, possibly 786. It's for Brian's boat works and addressed to Marina. It seems to be a nautical workshop within the game specialized in boat repair, the prefix 786. It's a real code from South Florida, specifically from Miami, which reinforces the setting of Leonida in the fictional version of Florida. Indeed, it is a Florida code. It would seem to be some kind of base or something like that. Again, we have spectacular attention to detail. They were doing some kind of volunteering, weren't they? Well, we could already... I think this is more in-game, because here we have a more normal quality, right? Her hair. Him? I suppose this is like volunteer work. There is an officer and people picking up trash here. I guess it would be him already fulfilling with his job for being a delinquent or something like that.
What?
How nice, oh my god. I've watched it 10 times and keep noticing interesting details. I love it. I love the detail of the cans and beers here in the fridge. Because, again, they could have put one can and repeat it 50 times and they put several different cans. The work these people do with varied lighting, brightness, and light sources is absolutely spectacular. It's full of posters and other things that we could analyze. I'm gonna take all these posters and give them to the chat. Maybe it's a mess because it's too much information, but I saw a few patents and car plates that say interesting things. It appears to be a scene from a themed bar or restaurant. We have Pipweiser, a veteran brand in the saga since GTA 4. We have some beer satires here. Patriot, also a classic brand in GTA. And plates with fake license numbers. Some have codes like VICE, NVC, or UFC, which suggest regions within Leonida or references to other states in the universe. Rockstar. According to ChatGPT, this scene serves to reinforce the concept that everything within GTA is somehow related. I expected to find something more interesting. The sign clearly says Vice, and there are various plates displayed in the back.
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
But physics, yes, of course, but physics. Let's go again. Well, as it should be. Well, here we perhaps have something more in-game. This is like more already. Running within the game, I'm not saying that the cinematics weren't running within the game, but I think there's not much to analyze. Here, beyond the butt physics, it's very good. Let's see what was there. Yes, buttocks. Well, they could have put it on, couldn't they? Could they have been more fair to him? The clothes and everything else are amazing. The United States flag peeks out in the background. What do we have there? Well, Club 9, Nintendo 9, Vice City. Well, it clearly says Vice City up there on the right. Clearly.
It says Vice City.
Wow, this is all happening so quickly. Well, we have a Japanese sign behind us, like from a video game or something like that. Beautiful. I love, as I say, this attention to detail in the man's tattoos. They are quite varied. They are kind of like half colos, half gangsters, and so on. Here he actually has a square tattooed. The fact that there are magazines and comics on the table, that this sign was probably designed just for this scene. Let's see if ChatGPT can find anything. This is tough, huh? This shot is very interesting. The image shows a retro Asian style poster on a wall. Red and purple colors, muscular warriors in the style of Shaw Brothers. In the center, a male figure with braids. But no, he doesn't find any. Rockstar usually includes fictional movies within the game. It might be from a fictional movie since no reference was found. I looked it up just in case.
Wow.
But it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Look at the ground. Look at the composition of the image, which is a bit blurry because it's a moving image, but it's beautiful. The grass, this discarded air conditioner, the boards, the dirt that doesn't repeat, the wire fence up here, the asphalt, the lighting, everything is beautiful. What could that be? Is the dagger back there worth looking for or not? Let's see. Maybe it's not worth it, but I'm going to look for it anyway. I'm really eager to discover something. Maybe I won't discover anything, but I like it. I like using ChatGPT for this. Good eye, looking at this dagger. Artistic style. The silhouette reminds of classic pinups. Yes, like some kind of tattoo or something like that. It doesn't say that it's just a detail that can reinforce the urban and tribal aesthetics that GTA 6 has.
I accidentally stopped on the buttocks.
It wasn't on purpose. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see if I could find something loose around there. But wouldn't I like to know what the tattoo on this woman's breast says? But I don't think we can. Decipher it. The physics of buttocks. There were some signs back there, weren't there? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Say Vice City. I'm not going to pay attention. Say Vice City directly says. Manatees, who are the manatees? Here we have a series of posters behind that are quite interesting.
Okay.
This is beautiful. I know I've said it many times and I'll keep saying it. I love it. I love the composition of the scenes they have. I love the complexity, the amount of elements that appear. Have we had references to this hotel before? I'll check, but it doesn't appear that this hotel was mentioned in any other game. I was asking because I'm really not an expert in GTA, and I say, well, maybe I'm missing some detail. There are a lot of things there. No, that's a joystick. That's a PlayStation 4 joystick. That's a PlayStation 4 joystick. But it's weird. Do you know what it looks like? To the supposed Xbox joystick that Xbox was supposedly making? The black and white one? Do you remember? The analog controls are arranged like a Play 4 joystick, which you may or may not remember. This joystick that had been leaked at the time, that was supposedly going to be the joystick of the controller of the new Xbox. That was going to be round. I don't know what... Well, it's agreeing to this, but yes, indeed, it is a Play 4 controller, isn't it? No way, did they see her back here? This is clearly a parody of the Play 5 versions, which had infiltrated at some point. Let's see if ChatGPT thinks the same as me. Is this going to cost ChatGPT? I don't think it's that simple. Well, it says yes, indeed. Do you think it's one of those consoles that parody the PlayStation 5? Or at least one of those models that at some point was talked about being PlayStation 5, like this or there? Perhaps this is also giving us a bit of historical context. Well, I don't know. I think we can get a much better historical context by knowing the cars, analyzing the cars. It is not indeed a PlayStation 4 controller. Look at it. Here we see it on the table. I'm going to move. Here it is on the table. We can clearly see it. It's a PlayStation 4 controller. It has a light bar on top and everything. Here they are drinking other beers. No longer the model, but something else. And we see the man very relaxed, very spread out, until someone is going to come and mess with him.
No, I didn't think it was gonna wake him up.
Okay, moment. That number was very present there. Oh, I want to discover something. I want a detail. I want a number. I want whatever. Every time Rockstar puts a number on something, it piques my curiosity, because there's a reason they put that number there. N57191C. The N code is real. It's a prefix used by the United States Aviation Federation. The rest of the registration follows the typical pattern and doesn't seem to make any reference to coordinates or anything like that. It seems to be nothing. They simply put that registration on the plane. The metals of the motorcycle look so beautiful. Gorgeous. Buttocks, physics of buttocks in case of fire, okay? Let's see what was back there. I'll be like this constantly. Are fictitious beer brands still appearing? I'm not going to emphasize the composition anymore. About the details and so on because it's too much. I'm going to check out this last poster. Let's see, it's tough. This poster is tough. The poster, although a bit blurry, clearly shows the business name sign, the prefix 315, also with Miami, Florida. The use of 555 means it's fake. I checked just to be sure. Beautiful, it's beautiful, everything is beautiful, everything is precious. GTA 6 motherfuckers, at last. Well, at least we had a trailer. This trailer must suffice until year's end. Grand Theft Auto 6, May 26th. And down here we see it very clearly. Here below, above the red line. The game will be released on PS5 and Xbox Series. This footage was captured on PS5. And below there is a disclaimer. Let's see if I can read it. How do I read it correctly? Let's see if I can read it. No. I need the red bar to go away to see the disclaimer or whatever text is below it. Let's see. Give it to me. All right, there it is. Let's see what it says here. I gave a terrible text to the chat. Poor chat. This image shows the classic PC screen. 5 crazy entry of Marks 5, then Marks entered. No, it doesn't say anything. I thought it might have mentioned the PlayStation 5 Pro version or something similar. Cause what we saw looks very, very pro. I think in general terms we can agree that we have a spectacular trailer with attention to detail with impressive graphics. Well, now that I'm looking, this is the house where later, of course, this is the hallway they're looking at here, which looks outside, is where we then see Lucia and Jason. That door back there is where he enters. I suppose this will be our hideout, our base where this guy lives, or something like that. Probably now that she's living with him, it's much cleaner and more organized. Let's see. The trailer reveals that he was waiting for her outside the prison, which is quite good, not just not quite good. She got caught. likely for a failed robbery or a similar crime that went wrong. And he, the very moment she is released, leaves his job, whatever the hell he was doing, because they surely have some plan or have something in mind, some hit or something like that. Probably the game's story focuses on there being a hit or something set up before she was imprisoned. Throughout the game, we are trying to develop that hit or heist. This must be something that happened, right? About how they were caught while robbing the bank and related events. This that is here, it could be said that maybe, well no, that is abreast, this that is here. It could easily be some kind of flashback of what happened before that. Well, obviously she fell into the trap because fall prey, she fell prey, or did she fall prey? Maybe for another foolish thing, because to get arrested and get released fairly quickly, maybe you got arrested for something lighter than a bank robbery, right? These ones here could also become a gang, or they could turn out to be good. Those are bots. They could become the crew or something like that of these people, or maybe the family. I believe we'll be watching this trailer countless more times until the next one is released. So we have time to overanalyze absolutely everything. Maybe in today's GPTA chat we didn't discover anything new, but I think we had some fun analyzing and watching the trailer. If you had fun, if you found what we did entertaining, then give me a like. And if you saw something that I didn't see or have information that I don't have to add to the video, then put it in the comments so the rest of us can find out. Searching on Twitter before finishing the video, I found that there is a series of very short video clips, just a few seconds long, that were posted on Rockstar's website. What did they find inside Rockstar's website? I just went on Rockstar's website and there was nothing, or maybe it was overloaded, I have no idea. It appears there is more audiovisual content available besides the trailer. We are seeing it on screen and there are also a series of images that were being published. I really can't find the official source because it's not on the Rockstar page. Perhaps these are images that were released to the media and things like that. And it seems that all of this we are seeing are in-game scenes from the video game captured directly. Ah, look, someone compiled all the butts from the video. Ha 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 ha. And yes, there was a lot of butt. It's okay, it's okay. This series of images that I'm seeing around, I really don't end up understanding where they got them from. But I suppose that later on, new images and other things that are perhaps a bit hidden today will be coming down to us. Because you already know how this is. Probably Rockstar has sent to the press and other screenshots, images and information that will be revealed in the next few days or hours. And we will be knowing more about the video game. This is absolute madness. This is surreal. Everything is surreal in this trailer. Oh god. And they keep appearing and scenes keep falling and images I don't know where they come from. But the point is they come out. Don't fuck with me. According to the BGC media, there are more than 70 new captures of the video game which were published, more than 70 images. No, but this never ends. More butts couldn't be missing. No, but the amount of images they published from the video game is crazy. Okay. We may need to cover this in a separate video. There's too much content to review all these images now. Anyway, put me in the comments. What do you think of the trailer we just saw? What did you think? How excited are you to play GTA 6? And that's it. That's all for today's video. I wanted to share my excitement for this video game with you, commenting on what we were seeing. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Big kiss. See you next time. Bye.